Oh, g'day, how you going? Just driving off to work. It's nice and early in the morning, and yeah, I like to get there and watch the sun come up. It's a lovely time of the day, and always good to get there before anybody else gets there. It's nice and quiet in these little bush towns at 6:30 in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to roll some patio ceilings. So this is patio. I've just started doing a couple there. I'm going to use the bigger roller, the 360 roller this time. It's 360mm long, and it's a I think it's about an 18mm nap, but it's well worn down. And we're just going to put a couple of coats on these eaves, or patios as you call them. I've got that to do, and I've just got the 3-foot roller pole, and I've got the juggernaut roller frame, the steel roller frame. I've got some gloves on because it's 3 or 4 degrees out here today. It's quite cold. I just finished spraying these walls here. So I'm just sort of waiting for them to dry off. I'll go through and put a coat on here. I've got another big patio at the back, which I'll show you now. So we've got this patio to roll as well. We've got a little bit of sanding to do up here. Someone's put a patch there. And then, because I'll just roll this and then I'll come out here, I'll get a smaller roller. I'll get a 270 roller frame with a little lambswool on, and I'll do those eaves. Yeah, that'll be it. This is a little bit, I'm not sure whether that's more square meters on this one than the other one. All those eaves are finished there. I just need to cut them in half. So I cut some of it in anyhow against the wall, and then bring the wall down 2 boards, and that'll be all finished out there. There are 3 coats of Weather Shield low sheen on those walls there. That's it. So let's roll these patios. I might just grab a hat. Don't need a mask. Grab my old hat, the old Akubra. Now it's probably a $70 or $80 hat once upon a time, but as you can see over the years, but I have got another couple in the vehicle that are in, you know, a lot better condition than this, probably near new, that I do wear sometimes when I'm not painting. That's it. Large roller frame that's steel is because when I'm pushing up hard on the ceiling, on the eave, and this is right in the middle, and you can push and you get the right amount of pressure, whereas if you were using a frame roller, it's actually a lot harder to do because of the angle of it. But yeah, I much prefer to use this on ceilings, but on the patio eaves, on the eaves itself, I would rather use the 270 one. That's a bit more flexible. When can you put another coat? Well, on a normal day where it's sunny, you can pretty well put it on, you know, in 10 minutes because it soaks into the fibro. However, on a day like today where it's so cold, you probably do it in an hour. Now the biggest issue here, as I'll show you, is those plastic strips. Now those plastic strips do not dry as quick as the fibro. So if they are still wet or moist, you will push the first coat of paint off. So what happens then is the white will show up through it. So you really need to leave this a lot longer when you're doing it in the wet, you know, or a cold day. So that's that done. Now I've just got to get the smaller roller, go down the bottom there, get a larger roller pole, stand down here, and then roll that next slot there. So that's where I'm at. I need to open another drum of paint. So I'm just about out of paint there. I might have enough, but I'm doubtful. But that's her. We're going to come across a few little holes, no holes. We'll be able to see them a lot easier. Now we put our first coat on, and we'll fix them before we roll the second coat on. So that's it. The weapon for the eaves, and it's a 4-foot pole which opens up to 8 foot, and that's what I'm going to roll these with. I've left that other one out. I'll just put some plastic around it because I need it out on the other patio. So that's it. Just a little lambswool and a little bit of a painter's hint. So here we go, a painter's hint for you. I'm going to show you how I get these sleeves. I don't actually buy these sleeves, because if you were to buy these sleeves, they're probably about $20, maybe even a little bit more expensive than $20 to get a high quality lambswool sleeve in a 270. So what I do when I get a roller sleeve, that's my finish roller sleeve. It's a very it's a lambswool, but it's only about a 12mm lambswool. So that's my finish wash and wear roller sleeve. So when I get a roller sleeve, this is my sealing roller sleeve, or my undercoat roller sleeve. So when you use these things, they wear out at the end. So what I do is I just cut them off. So let's say that this originally was one of those. So I'll just cut that shorter. I've got so much stuff here. I'll just cut this one shorter. So for example, this is worn out, it can't be used anymore, so it's worn down the end. I'll just get my saw and I'll cut it, even I'll go off the end even, I'll cut it into 270s, and that's what I'll use. So I actually won't ever buy one of those. I don't remember ever buying one of them for 10-15 years.